if it's a development deal or a value add deal, that's specifically what I look for because that's where you're going to get the most depreciation. Sometimes it's 60 to 70% of the initial investment I can write off in year one.
It's pretty incredible, man. Hey guys, it's Caleb Williams with BetterWealth.com. It is interesting to me.
First off, debt is a function of your
Robert Kiyosaki is noted for saying, like, don't buy an asset if it doesn't put cash flow back in your pocket. And one of the first things that you said is like, hey, my philosophy when it comes to real estate is I look for the tax benefits. I don't find that a ton of people are talking about this. And so I want to just let you speak to the framework of what you mean by that, and then how someone could really benefit by looking at real estate, not just from a cash flow and net worth, because those both are important, but how they can put the lens of looking at real estate through the lens of tax benefits and how that can improve their portfolio. We talked about it briefly, but I want to just give you the ability to kind of share some of your thoughts and frameworks.
Yeah, so let's start with the foundation of the type of real estate vehicle that you're in. So, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm invested in real estate," and they buy a REIT on the public markets, right? A real estate investment trust sold publicly is a derivative of the real investment, right? So you're going to get your 4%. You're not going to get any of the tax benefits. You're not getting anything really. You're buying a derivative. It's repackaged on a public market. So if you want these benefits, you're going to have to be on the inside, right? Which is private placement, have to be accredited. But if you can do that and get with these syndicators that are doing commercial real estate, that's where the tax benefits are. So in concept, when as a limited partner, if I invest in a real estate syndication, I own a small percentage of that overall LLC that owns the real estate and the business that's operating that real estate. That's the important thing, right? So if that business spends a bunch of money renovating the units, right? That's CapEx. And then they do cost segregation, which is basically depreciating different parts of the project in the first year individually. You can generate a massive net loss on paper, and don't get that confused with losing money, because that property's still going to cash flow. I'm still getting paid every month, and I'm still going to get the tax benefits. So that's going to flow through to you in the form of a K1 at the end of the year. And if it's a development deal or a value add deal, that's specifically what I look for, because that's where you're going to get the most depreciation. Sometimes it's 60 to 70% of the initial investment I can write off in year one.
It's pretty incredible, man. And Carlton Dennis on YouTube, I've had him on. He's obsessed about that, and short-term rentals being the same, another strategy that people can use as a tax benefit. And so, yeah, is there anything that you'd be wary of someone looking at real estate from the tax side?
Not necessarily from the tax side, but just in general. What you have to understand about syndicators is they raise other people's money and then they go buy the assets, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in a time like this where there's very few transactions because rates are really high, as sellers don't want to budge on the cost, you kind of got a stalemate. There's a lot of syndicators out there that have raised capital that is not being deployed responsibly. But when they have LPs money and they don't have skin in the game, they need to place it. They need to get it out there. And I think there's a big community of irresponsible operators out there right now that are buying real estate with LP money just because they need to place it. And they probably don't even believe in the property. They don't believe in the investment at all. And they're like, if it works out, we get paid. We get our acquisition fee. And if it doesn't work out, oops, we lost the LP's money. So you just got to be very, very careful. I would ask questions like, how much are you personally investing in this one? I want to be invested with people that have skin in the game. Like if I wasn't personally invested in Currents Capital, I don't think any of you should invest in it.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of wisdom there, man. I think there's a lot of wisdom. I know we want to be careful not to like give any names, but is there places or people that you would recommend learning more about the syndication space, or is that something that is tough to give on a podcast that's going to be broadcasted all over the place?
I mean, there's a lot of great operators. and I'm very well networked in this space. I was just out at the multifamily wealth conference here in Vegas last month. Met a bunch of new operators. But I mean, if you're someone that's looking for deals with good operators, I mean, I've got 5 to 10 deals that people I know are raising capital for at all times. So, and that's what ends up happening, right? At the end of the year, we're going to have a bunch of partners at Currents Capital. They're going to need tax write-offs, and the best operators who have the best deals, that's who I'm going to send them to. So,
Awesome.
it wouldn't be any different for anybody listening to this. If you want to get involved, just shoot me a message, and I'll see if I can help you.
Amazing. I appreciate that.